Morning, boys. We have a fat $2,000 mini skid steer project again today. It's my second one I've ever taken on. Been marketing a lot lately with my organic marketing strategy that we could use it. So we landed ourselves a fat $2,000 removal job today. And I'm going to bring you guys with me. I'm going to bring you guys to the rental place, show you the whole process, and then bring you guys to the job site. And we're going to show you guys just kind of like what the job is, you know, throughout the day of it, and show you the aftermath. So I'm super excited. I'm not going to keep this intro too long. Got the blue collar boss man fit on right now. My cousin blessed me up with this nice camo Carhartt jacket. Gonna try and get some cool flicks on the skid today, since our business is just about officially gonna hit 6 figures today, because I have an estimate for a subdivision actually, which is awesome. So I'll bring you guys to that estimate as well. You know, kind of just gonna be a really fun day in the life. Super excited and hope you guys are too. So let's do it, baby. I'll see you when I get there. You already know it's mandatory to get an energy drink in the morning. I'll be surprising the boys today with some drinks. My boy Rocky and Grayson love them white monsters, so I gotta hook them up. We are all set in stone, ready to go. $600 depot, and now she's on. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to it other than a beautiful sunset on this 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. And you guys know too, by the way, I am studying at University Finance, so I'm running off 5 hours of sleep. Had to stay up real late last night working on content and get some homework done. But we're out here today and I couldn't be any happier. I mean, this baby just looks so good. Can't wait to hop back on this thing. I fell in love with one of these after that last job. We are all hooked up, ready to go, and we're about to head out of here. Do that the same day. That's my mate. All right, boys, we made it. Got the dump trailer right there. Set it up last night. Just unattach this puppy. Now we're dialed. Master operator here is about to go to town. Let me show you guys what we're doing today. Is this dialed or what? We had a little problem starting her up this morning, but we turned the choke up, but we were all good. You want to make it faster? Yeah. Just push this forward. Yeah. All right, here's the jungle we're taking down. All this about to go. I got to take a quick video for the Instagram. All right, boys, we're already going to town with it. Holy, he's already smushed. Wow, that does some damage. Oh my goodness. This might have been a one-man job. Put the bucket lower and then go at the root. It's only been 5 minutes. We've already taken out a quarter of this thing. This is outrageous. This thing works wonders. Rip it, rip it, rip it. Deuces. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It has been 10 minutes and we've already taken down the big tree. Insane. This thing is wonderful. I need to get one of these in a year. What do you think, chat? Comment below if I should get it. I gotta buy one soon. Oh yeah. That's beer, all right. Oh my. The boys are back in town. Hey, hey, hey. Let's get it, boys. We're locked in. We're just riding around over here, dumping in the side. About to fill this baby up. I'm about to attach. I gotta unattach that trailer and attach to this one, so about to do that, boys. All right, boys, so while the guys are on the job site over in the back, figured I'd take a second to just say what's up. So the setup we got is we rented this bad boy with the skid, costs $500. And I gotta wait for them to come over so I can switch the trailers, but pretty soon here, I'm gonna attach to the dump trailer, and then with the dump trailer, gonna go to the dump, come back, set it back up, and then we have the second trailer over there. That was rented. This is personally mine. The thing is amazing. It gets so many wonders done. And yeah, I think the big message I want to say today is like, just taking that risk, you know? If you want to grow a business, you need to take that risk. If I didn't buy this dump trailer,
if I didn't hire employees, oh, look at them. If I didn't rent this, this is my second skid steer job I've ever done. And it's not that hard, but it's just going out of my comfort zone to take on a job like this. And we're gonna be looking at like $1,000 profit today, so it's dialed. But KP better run this hoe. All right, boys, deuces. All right, boys, job's going good so far. It's about 9 a.m. But we had a little friend to say what's up. Oh, woo, 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 woo. Meow. Deuces. OSHA, please don't come after me. Hey. Yeah. All right, boys, I forgot to record at the dump. She's empty back there. Unfortunately, the dump is like 45 minutes away from this job site, so that is the one problem of this job. But so far we're doing good. I will say things go smoothly when you plan things out smoothly, and I envisioned everything, and I knew the amount of time it was going to take for me to drive to this dump. I knew what time I needed to pick up the rental. I knew what time to communicate with my workers to get the job site. A big thing, and I made a YouTube video about this about like 5-6 months ago. You need to plan properly if you want to run a successful business. Like, if you're not planning, how do you expect to run the business? Like, yes, marketing is the most important. You need to be getting leads. But once you get those leads, like, now you gotta work on your systems a little bit. You need to make sure you have everything planned out. So take some advice from me. I anticipated I was gonna have to drive 45 minutes to go to the dump today. But if there was a way where I could plan to find a more local dump, boom, that cuts off so much more time, saves me a lot more money on labor, because then my guys aren't just kind of waiting around. Do you know what I mean? Like, it can keep going. I could go down the list of it, but ultimately, where I'm at right now, to be able to do this $2,000 job in the middle of a week on a Wednesday when I have, 12 credit classes at a Big Ten MSU or Big Ten university studying finance in a very competitive business school, it's kind of hard sometimes to plan school versus work versus content versus girlfriend, family, friends, having fun, etc. There's so much that goes into it. And for example, last night, I had to stay up till 1 a.m. last night. I got 5 hours of sleep. You guys can function off stuff like that. To me, like 5 hours of sleep, I'm pretty tired right now, but it was a sacrifice I had to make to get a lot done. I was able to push out a video. I was able to get my homework done, hop on some calls with my marketing team. Like, you know what I mean? There's just things that you need to sacrifice, like sleep, to get stuff done. And that ultimately stems from proper planning. So just some advice for you guys struggling or, really just looking to take it to the next level. Make sure you're planning properly and always plan for mistakes to happen. I think that's another thing. A lot of people don't have a buffer, especially when you're quoting jobs. Throw in an extra $100 at the end of the quote. You never know what's going to happen. In worst case, you make more money. So the boys are just going at it right now with the skid. Decentralized. There we go. Hello. Delegation. What's going on while I'm doing other things? This is how we get $2,000 jobs done in a day. All right, boys, I'm picking up the camera at this estimate. So I actually had an estimate for a neighborhood, but the guy that I was giving the estimate and talking to for the neighborhood, he brought me to his backyard to quote this insane job. So basically what you see over here is what we're gonna do to his side. So we would use a skid, fully clear this entire line about 8 feet down up, just fully turn this to dirt. So picture all this dirt. And then we would take, I think these are like 1.5 feet in length and probably like a foot or a foot and a half tall boulders. And then we're just going to continue the line down and wrap around. So I figured I'll just show you guys that because that's really cool. Just by the looks of it, the labor itself will probably be close to 1,500. And then as far as the materials, those boulders are not cheap. So it's probably gonna be pretty expensive. And the reason why that's good though, is because that means I can increase my revenue a lot. That job will probably be, by the looks of it, depending on boulders, I don't know how much these boulders are gonna cost, but I would estimate 3 to 4-ish, which I feel like is kind of a lot. But at the same time, it is a lot. You're removing a lot of dirt. You want it to look professional. I'm gonna need to get wooden boards for the skid so we're not tearing up grass. I should have done that for the job we're on right now, but the client didn't care as much. But going forward, we have another skid steer job on October 1st, and I need to be more professional about it, because, you know, although clients don't care, I, as a perfectionist, want it to look perfect. I don't want to see a single, you know, tear in their grass. Plus, you know, down the line, it's just more problems. So if I can get really good at perfecting this stuff now, when I start taking on larger scale jobs like that one, you know, it's gonna look great. So yeah, boys, but with that said, super excited. I will let you know if I sell that job. I'm probably gonna send the quotes out later tonight, but now we're walking. This is the subdivision entrance that I'm quoting. So you have this huge bed over here, and you have this huge bed over here. We're trimming up all the U's, cleaning out the beds completely, stripping all the weeds, all the sticks, just all the crap, right? I'm probably gonna just add in natural edging and all that, like natural edging around this, you know what I mean? But trimming up these U's, as you can see, they're pretty overgrown. And then these U's as well. Clean this up, mulch behind here. I'll probably get the skid steer behind here. I'm probably gonna charge for a skid on this job. Get the skid steer behind here and just fully just tear up all of this stuff. Fully remove it all, as well as this area, clean this up, clean these U's, and then we're throwing mulch on this side. But this side is the main reason. As you can see, all of this needs to go. This needs to look like the other side. It needs to turn all to grass. So, you know what I mean? Using a shovel for this would be absolute hell. It needs to look like it does over there. So probably gonna definitely need a skid for this job, and it might work out conveniently that I use a skid here and then just drive to the neighbor's house and get his. So hopefully we can sell both. I'm about to quote this job though. It's gonna probably take me like a good 10 minutes to quote all this because I don't want to mess up the quote because this is a big job. Estimate for this, honestly couldn't tell you. So let me quote it. I'll get in my truck and then I'll talk to you guys. All right, boys, I'm back at the job site. The boys went to pick up some pizza for lunch. Oh my goodness, are we dialed or what? The job is basically done. All I have to do now is use this to scoop the big pile up front in my dump trailer, and I just drop it all off, boys. And yeah, oh my goodness. Wow. 2K, boys, and we're basically done with the job by lunch. If I had a bigger dump trailer, we could be done with this 2K job already. So if that gives you guys perspective, let's hop on this puppy real quick. I need to buy one of these, bro. So easy to use too. Like, I was always so scared that these were so hard to use. I'm literally recording with one hand and driving these. Like, they're so easy. You just push forward and use this on the bucket, use this to go forward. That's it. Oh my goodness, are we dialed or what, boys? Grab me a beer. That's beauty. The new foreman on the job site, the new operator, Rocky, and the new foreman, KP, about to take the bulldozer to the dump. This video has the power to be life-changing for you. The job is finished, and a couple energy drinks and a heart attack later, we just dropped off the mini skid steer at the rental place. Now I'm gonna interlude real quick because I do have 45-minute drive back to the job site to get my dump trailer. So little mistake I learned is always try to get a rental place near the job site. There was a rental place literally 10 minutes down the road, and I messed up. I didn't reserve in time, and that cost me 3 hours of driving that I didn't need to do because I had to drive 45 minutes this morning to pick it up, 45 minutes back, 45 minutes back to the job site. I guess over 2 hours, but still, I mean, 2.5 hours that could have been saved, you know, just from a simple reservation at a different location. So take that advice from me. The job went great though. I'm gonna get a cool recording when I get back to show you guys the end result of the job. I also taught my foreman today, my newer foreman, but more so what to do with my dump trailer and dump it. So he actually right now just took my dump trailer to the dump, dumped it for me, something I didn't have to do at all, which is great when it comes to doing jobs like we're doing today, because I'm able to go to the rental place, take care of the mini skid steer while I have my foreman with his truck. You know, blessed situation. You know, this will only be possible if he had the truck because I don't have another company truck right now. But he was able to take with his truck, personal truck, the dump trailer to the dump and dump it for me. I told him everything to do, and he did it, and it worked out great. So super happy with how all that went. Super happy that he was able to do that. So now I'm driving back to the job site. I got a decent drive back, but for a second skid steer project being completed, I will say it almost feels like I've done this 10 times now. Like, it is not that hard to do a mini skid steer project. It's not that hard to do a land clearing job. It is not that hard to do a removal job. Like, the only thing you have to be careful about is not tearing up grass. And thankfully, this was a little different. We didn't tear up much grass, but not as much as we did the first job. The first job we had to seed because we tore up so much grass. But this job, we didn't tear up that much, and she doesn't care anyways because half of her grass are weeds anyways. But going forward, I'm going to buy boards, and if you guys have any recommendations, drop a comment for what to buy and what's cheapest, because I don't want to buy a bunch of expensive stuff to put on the ground. I just want really cheap possible boards that Home Depot or Lowe's doesn't need. Throw them on the ground. That way I prevent the grass from tearing up. But other than that, everything is pretty self-explanatory. You push the bucket down, you drive forward, you scoop stuff up, dump it in the dump trailer, and you're good to go. So job went great, boys. And I'll just pick up the camera when I get back at the job site. What is up, boys? We are back at the job site. Here is the full aftermath. And matter of fact, there's 2 squirrels and a groundhog that just ran away, as well as like 5 birds in the air that I believe used to live in here. So I think we totally tore up their living space. But hey, job had to get done. So here's the full aftermath. Compared to what it was this morning, absolutely crazy. And I will put on the screen right now the profit of this job. I do want to talk about something that I can't pretend like didn't just happen while I was on my drive here. So I'm sure people watching this know that Charlie Kirk was shot and is dead. It just blows my mind at this point. I'm truly just so pissed off and disgusted with the hate that is in this world. Like, why can't everybody just follow Jesus and get along? You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Like, me saying stuff doesn't change anything. But it's just like, on a side note, guys, I don't know what to think, to be honest. I'm just so disgusted. I watched the video multiple times, saw it, very upsetting. I pray for Charlie. I know that he's in a good place now with God. Honestly, at this point, I think it's just try to pray for violence and stuff like that's going on in the world. It's just, we need to follow the perfect being, God himself, who sent himself down, died for our sins, and because he loved us so much, gave us the opportunity to be forgiven. God has changed me and who I was so much, and he's the reason why any of this business is even possible in the first place. What I'm going on this tangent here, just get right with the Lord. Whether you've tried and you've fallen away or you don't understand it, just say a prayer. Just start there. Something simple. I think a lot of people online overcomplicate it. After seeing what happened, Charlie, with his Catholic shooting recently, I really think at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to change that is if we try to follow Jesus and we live more at peace through him and with him and in him always. Other than that, though, guys, it looks great. Now she can finally see her shed again and access it. Got a brand new bed to do whatever she wants, and we might do that removal in the near future. I'm probably going to talk to the client. My foreman over there just got here, so I'm going to go help him out. But God bless y'all. I appreciate you watching this video. Hope y'all can get inspired. If you're starting up a landscaping business or if you're currently running one, all I got to say, get right with God, put your faith in Jesus. On top of that, take on risk and add services to your business, because you're going to increase your profit margins. You're going to get more work, and you're ultimately going to have a lot more fun. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.